Today's top shelf review is Endgame Rocket by Hot Toys. Okay, so here he is out of the box with all of his accessories. Starting off with the back, he comes with two scarves. One is a soft plastic, completely sculpted. And the second is a cloth scarf, and it has a wire inside so you can actually get some articulation out of it. And then he comes with the nano gauntlet. This is a really nice piece, however I'm a little bit confused because I don't recall Rocket ever having this in his possession in the movie, and the later release Captain Marvel also had the nano gauntlet, and just for comparison that's this one here, and unless I'm confused these are supposed to be the same. These are supposed to be the gauntlet that Hulk actually wears in the movie, and you can see the scale is way off, so yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there, but yeah, I guess it's nice to have it included. He then comes with two blasters. These are very nicely done. Really well done. Lots of weathering on here. The metallic looks very nice. The finish on the gold paint applications underneath is also very nice. And he also comes with two blasters, same sort of theme. He has that nice, like a very yellowy green or gold detailing on it. Again, some weathering around the back of the muzzle there. Very nice indeed. And yeah, it comes with two of these. He also comes with, I believe it's the pin particle. If you haven't seen the movie, I won't spoil it, but he does have this at one point in the movie. And it's very nice. But some clear red plastic there to suggest the actual liquid that's inside. And then these are actually quite cool. So he comes with two pairs of goggles. They both have lenses, and they have this magnetic feature so that one will automatically go on his eyes. I think it's this one. No. On his head. And that won't go on his eyes. And then the other one is vice versa. It won't go on his head. It goes on his eyes. That's quite clever how they've done that. And then he also comes with a few extra hands. Very tiny hands, obviously, as it's Rocket. So here's the first one. This is a left trigger hand. And then he comes with a right trigger hand. And then a left holding hand. This is for the pin particles. And then the two relaxed hands that are on the figure. He also comes with a stand with a very miniature flight pole. It's probably the smallest flight pole that I've ever seen. So overall, not bad with the accessories. Okay, so moving on to the head sculpt, let's get a closer look. So just the one head sculpt with Rocket, a bit of a shame. I do think that they could have given us two sculpts, being as this one is such an aggressive look. That being said, it is nice. The detail on the teeth and the tongue really stand out here. He does actually have actual hair type whiskers. It's there. The paint applications around the nose to give it that fur look are really well done. He does have some, you can actually see the eye sunk back there, but they do actually have eyes in there. Very nicely done. Yeah, so overall the sculpt is really good. Obviously you can tell it's Rocket. I guess it's not going to be too difficult as it's a CGI character. However, very disappointed that we just got the one head sculpt. Moving on to the outfit now. This is the standout for this figure. I went back and I watched Endgame just recently, and this is very, very movie accurate. It's this nice soft rubber, similar to what we've seen with a few other characters in the Endgame line. He has this nice red detailing all the way around. The texture on the suit is very, very nice. It's this slightly raised texture. And then he has the gold detailing here for the buckles. And then on the other side you can see another gold detail there, and then this leather effect on the chest, and then the shoulder pad, all molded in plastic, but it does give that nice leather look. And then following that down, the gauntlets also have a nice leather look to them. His belt is all molded on, you can't actually take it off, and it's stuck to his legs, but again, nice leather look here, all plastic, following down to the holsters on either side. Very nicely done, and that does follow around with a strap on either side. And then on the legs you can actually see you have this very, very soft cotton material, this stretchy material, which allows for extra articulation. Quite thoughtful. I think that they should have done something similar with the Captain Marvel figure and possibly the Iron Spider figure. Just built something in there underneath the suit maybe, so you get some extra articulation. That's very, very well done. And then moving around to the back, just pop his tail off for a second, moving around to the back. So that same nice textured feel all across the back. And then moving down to the boots. Boots are all sculpted one piece, as are the knee pads. Knee pads actually do get some movement on there. They're a floating knee pad. And then the boots all sculpted here, and then moving down to the bottom. Two piece for the actual foot up to the toes, and then you have this toe articulation at the front as well. So in terms of the outfit, I was very pleased, very movie accurate. They've done a very good job there. Okay, so in terms of articulation, this figure is actually pretty good. Obviously it's a very small figure, so the articulation for some of the areas are a little bit difficult, mainly the hands. My figure, the hands do tend to come off the peg very, very easily. I've also had some problems with the tail. The tail is on a ball joint, so it does get some movement, but it's constantly falling off. I will leave that off just for a second. But in terms of the articulation at the head, very, very good. He has a peg at the bottom of the neck and then a peg at the top, so he gets full rotation and he gets up and down, as well as a lot of movement at the base of the neck. And then at the shoulder, he gets a full rotation, full rotation at the shoulder, not hindered too much by the suit. The elbow is a double jointed elbow, and then a complete rotation on the peg at the wrist. In terms of ab crunch, considering he's a smaller figure, they've been quite thoughtful there. He does actually have ab crunch. Not too much, because there is some restriction from the suit, but he does get a little bit back and quite a bit forward. And he does have some swivel, but not too much, again because of that restricted suit. And then at the hip, he would get a little bit more if it wasn't for the holsters. It's the holsters that actually restrict it, not so much here. This is pulling, but you can actually get a little bit of movement at the hip, but not a whole lot. And then at the knee, just a single jointed knee. There is some swivel. Sorry, no, there's not. I thought there was. I thought there was at the boot. No swivel at the boot, but then quite a lot of movement at the ankle. And then he also has a pivot at the toe as well. So overall articulation is good. So my final thoughts on the Endgame Rocket Raccoon. Now there is a lot to like here with this figure. Although you only get the one head sculpt, I do think it's very strong. The outfit is very movie accurate, and you do get great articulation for such a small figure. You also get plenty of accessories, but unfortunately it's just not enough. Although this figure is lower in price point, it's still not cheap, and we should have got more. How about a teenage Groot? There still isn't one on the market from Hot Toys. This would have been a great opportunity to have a double pack. At the very least, we should have got another head sculpt. As they've chosen to go with such a unique sculpt, we're really limited with the poses that we can get. Also, I'm not sure what's going on with that gauntlet. In terms of scale, unless I missed something, this is just totally off, and I don't know what it's doing here. Feels like Hot Toys just threw it in because they knew that they had to give us more. So overall, he's a bottom shelf figure.